Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be doing one of the more project-based videos. We're going to be reacting to our site visitation, which was on, I forget what day, but it was the Waipahu Wells 4. I believe that's the number. Anyway, so let's talk about the location and the actual, what's the word? It's not, is it site or like the property, right? Of the of the site. So the first thing when we went, or at least when I went there, the first thing that caught my eye was image number 4, which was the blue pipe looked like a upside down U, basically. I forget what isn't that the where the final treated water goes, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, uh, I just remember it was a long road. It's just like sort of longish. No, like you go into the gate, then you're immediately there.
Mhm.
What about you guys? What caught your guys' eye?
For me, I think it's just the whole site overall and how it was like super open. I thought we were gonna be in like a building where the pipes were, but it's just
Not
all
true.
outside stuff.
I thought that the big tank looking things were the most interesting because, or at least caught my eye at first because it's the biggest thing there, and I don't really know exactly what the purpose of it is. Coming in without really understanding everything, but then by the end he explained a lot of things, and you know it's really interesting.
The thing that caught my eye was the building within the site, which is essentially the control room, because I thought like the whole site would just be automatic at this point, but it's not. People still have to maintain it using like valve checks and stuff.
I forgot who it was. They were saying, "Oh, is that the bathroom? Because I have to use the bathroom or something." I forgot who that was. Someone thought that was the bathroom.
I thought it was a bathroom,
Oh, that was you.
but it looks like a bathroom. I swear. Well,
Okay.
that's disrespectful, honestly.
I
don't
mean-
mean it like that. I don't mean.
I
it
mean,
like that.
the ways were the windows were compared to like other
Yeah.
buildings within the area. I guess it does kind of look like a bathroom.
That bathroom windows. That sounds so nice.
Mine would also be like the big tanks because I don't know, I would always pass by that area and then I'd always see them wondering what it was.
Oh, for me, mine would be the private property sign that's at the gate. When I first went to the site, I couldn't find it because the gate was closed, so I had no clue where to go. Then I found out it was private property. Then I found out why it was private property. So yeah.
I don't want to be that guy, but the fences look jumpable.
Yeah, we gotta fix that, honestly.
Near the houses, I'm pretty sure with a step ladder you could just jump over. Is that safe? Let's move on to what we remember. The only thing I remember besides our pump is those pipes next to those big column tank things, the blue, green, and black one. I think that's like image number 5 in our, what is it, pictures, image 5 and 7. That's what I can remember. It's like the green one is it the non-treated one that's like going to be or something like that. The black one is it Blackwater, is it called?
That's
It's
the
like
purge line.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, I was close. I was close. Then the blue one was the blue one's like the good one now, because water is blue.
Just say it's
I don't know
filtered.
the fuck they marked it.
Yeah, basically. What about you guys?
Maybe we should do like an explanation of that area of the system.
Explain what the purge
Yeah.
pipe does, and all that.
Why don't we first explain what the big tanks are? I don't think we explained that yet.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
I forget what
Yeah,
it does.
so those big tanks aren't actually for like storing water. They're actually just really large filters for the aquifer that's underneath the plant. Considering how many of those, it's quite surprising that those are all filled to the brim with carbon to filter out the water from the aquifer for, to send it out to the houses in the area.
Wasn't there like a name on the tank that stands for like what's inside of it or something?
Is it the GAC? For
I'm
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's actually correct.
Yeah, granulated active carbon. That sounds
that
good enough.
sounds
That
smart
sounds
enough.
accurate.
bro, I was gonna
Smart
say it's like
enough.
the gas active column or something.
Dog, there's no gas
Oh,
in there.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And
it's
that is
carbon.
not a column.
It basically is. It's straight up. What's that? It's opposite of the GACs and the pipes. It's those three
Those black
smaller ones.
Yeah,
Yeah. What was that again? Is that part of the purge line thing?
I think that's where it sends it back to the ocean or something like that.
I think it's something with wastewater. Yeah. I hope. I don't know.
Also, to point out that those big tanks filled with GAC, they're only in commission of pairs. So, like, if one of them is out of commission, the other one will be in commission because it has to restore the active carbon for a year. Like, it's yearly, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, I remember something like that.
Yeah, that's why it's like that's how we get like a constant like state of water when even though one of them even though they're being repaired and all that is because like while one is being constructed on, the other one is running.
Speaking of our pump, let's talk about that. So that's image 1, 2, and 6. I remember one of the picture having Ray in it. I'm not sure which one that was. I think it was the side one. But
I
anyways,
wonder.
yeah. So that's the pump we're working on. Do you guys, on the top of your guys' head, do you guys remember any like notable things? I remember like there's a couple of valves on there. I think one's like the failsafe or something. What else was there?
I just remember like having measurements on the pipes and stuff.
I remember there being like electrical components of like detecting of like when water is not going through at a particular point when it's supposed to not to.
Oh yeah, that's the flow sensor on the far right side, right? That's after the check valve, which prevents water from flowing back into the system.
Okay.
Doesn't look like much, but it's because everything's underground, so it doesn't look as impressive. That's what I thought at first until Jordan explained.
You guys remember how deep it was? I don't remember if he said like how deep it was. Then there's one. I don't know if you guys brought it up, but it's like it something closes and opens at the same rate. Forget what that was.
Is this one of the valves?
I think so. I think it's near the front part of the pump, so it would be picture 1.
Oh,
I
think
around there.
I think I can explain this part. So for the first few minutes or so of running the pump, they don't want to really use that water because it's kind of been sitting there for a while and it's kind of stagnated. So they run it for a few minutes just to get that water out of the system at first, and then slowly that water just goes to another part of the system that's not particularly put through the filters. Then slowly a transition between that line closing for the water that's not going to be used, and then for the water that's going to be used for the system, there's two valves. There's one that's open currently that's starting to close, so that they can start opening the other valve to send water.
You guys remember that was it the top part? What that does? It's the one that looks like like a carnival ride where it's with the horses, but no more of the horses, so
A
it's just a
carousel.
circle. Yeah, that one.
Ferris wheel. Oh,
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel is the other circle ride.
Is that the one of the valves or something else?
I don't think
Is that,
that's
like, top
one of the
circular part?
valves.
I thought that was like a motor. I
Is that the
forgot
motor?
though.
It's a I thought the motor was underground with it.
Was it?
yeah.
Be-
the-
do
I
be a
have
submersible.
I have no
submersible.
clue.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
been
sure.
once again it's been so long since, and I can't remember. Damn.
I think the only notable thing from our pump are the valves, besides the electricity part, because we haven't learned anything about that yet. But it's mostly about the valves that is helping the water flow and being checked upon, and the measurements of each component that goes into it. I don't know how Jordan reads it, but he reads it. So
Yeah, we can talk about it for a little bit, but there's not a whole lot going on in there. So maybe I'll explain some of it, and then I can leave some for Linus to explain. So the control room is that kind of green room at the beginning of the site when you first walk in. When you're looking there, it's like there's like these huge boxes with like a bunch of like meters and stuff. Although sometimes those meters are for each individual pump on the site, and that's actually where he was explaining how like the pumps don't run all at once; they run like pairs of each other. I thought that was quite interesting. And then just was saying that those boxes, those big, it's just so hard to explain without pictures, but those boxes are kind of like outdated, whereas the 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 meters that show like for the output of each pump is like not always maintained too well. But
I wish we went in there. It looks lit.
It's like not much.
It's just all that.
Like there's more to it. It's just like the main part is like the front part essentially, because that's the thing that basically shows like what the thing was reading. There was more. There's like normally if they would use like the um the gauges, but then in the past they would use like um a really old method of like paper and like a stencil kind of thing to measure.
Isn't it all done wirelessly too? Like their main place.
Yeah, I think they can control the site from like the various locations.
Then don't they have a sensor in the blue tube, uh, the blue pipe right next to the control panel? Because that's like the exit point of all the treated water.
They probably do. It would make sense, honestly.
Remember something about that, just to check the pressure or something.
Probably just check like if enough water is going through.
Yeah.
I washed my hands with that water.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Contaminated now.
Then again, it's not like it's flowing water out, so it's not gonna contaminate the water that's inside the pipe.
Then you got the blue pipe to wash your hands. Like,
Anyways, any final words on the site?
I thought the site visit was really enjoyable. I really enjoyed spending time with Jordan and looking at all these different things.
Yeah, that was the first time we met him in person. Yeah,
It was actually, yeah.
and we got to be outside.
For once.
That's
I
crazy.
know. Yeah,
outside.
yeah. It wasn't in a building.
Like
Outside.
genuinely outside, out in the open with the fresh air.
I miss that day.
No, you don't.
That was the only time I went outside.
Yeah, that's our reaction to our visitation of the site that we're working on. We got to see our pump. We made a new friend, or two new friends. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, feel free to drop some water on the subscribe button. Until then, stay hydrated, drops and droplets. Bye.